People react in a very dynamic way to attacks. Whatever you do is going to have a consequence. The person grabs your arms, grabs your head, grabs your body to stop you from attacking them. Let me give you a simple scenario. If he's throwing a looping strike and I'm closing the distance, there's a good chance that he may grab hold of me. He'll either be under your arm or over your arm. This is quite an ideal scenario for me because it's very similar to an under-over where I can cling and control. I can trap this arm, which makes it difficult for you to hit me with this arm. And if I hide this head here, if you try to throw that other punch, Nick, okay, my head is hidden. And then I can work my breakaways, my strikes, stripping off, and then just getting rid of you. If they grab outside your arms, be aware of whether your hands are stuck on the inside or whether on the outside. The risks are that he might headbutt me, pick me up and slam me on the ground. Drop your weight but turn your waist, where it's hard for you to keep hold of me. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see how you're struggling.
Yeah.
But the problem is you can knee me in the groin. I can put my hands on his hips and I drop and turn my body weight. So now when he tries to squeeze me, it's not going to happen. And if I keep my head down, it's going to be really hard for him to headbutt me. There's always a likelihood that he can bite you. The clear areas for him to bite will be my ear. I turn and I keep my head down, so I really do have a limited amount of time to react and do something. When you move to the side, you could be using your head, you could be hiding your head, but I want to be able to strike, and the most natural place would be the groin. I've got clear option to hit, clear option to hit, clear option to hit. And moving off to the side, using your head as a weapon and striking, bang, inflict injury and damage and keep the pressure on the person and try to wear them out through attrition. If it's not over your arms, it'll be under your arms. Now, if he grabs hold of me, okay, don't grab hold of his head. That's the worst thing you can do because you're grabbing hold of someone who's grabbing you. It's just weird, okay? It's a bit strange, and as I say usually on my YouTube channel, you can get a hotel room for that. So if he grabs hold of you, essentially you want to create separation between your body and their body. The easiest thing to do is to find the space between you and that person. If he does have his head attached to you, you can reach around and grab hold of the forehead or the eyes, or even grab hold of the nose and rake his face over. If his head's tight, the trick is to pull the head back to insert this arm in. You have to attack from the highest point in the leverage, which will be the top of the head. But if I do this, or you can pull this up and insert this arm in. But either way, you have to create a space and separation. The easiest thing to do is to turn sideways. I'm putting my knee on Nick's knee to brace, and I'm sprawling this leg back, and I use this to press him off the side of the neck and the nerve perplex that runs along the carotid artery. So from here, I believe it's called the vagus nerve. Basically, you press into the nerve perplex. So as he tries to squeeze, okay, it's painful. He's not going to fall down or be knocked out and be magical, but it makes it harder for him. If I grind, he lets go. You can see the pain on his face. It's really quite discomforting. The idea being is that you have to create separation. Gone in for a bear hug, boom, and you've got hold of my body. Once we're in this position, he's under your arms. I wouldn't necessarily advise the idea of starting to look for choke holds, which is quite common. Bang, sorry. And the worst thing is if you haven't dropped your weight, someone can still pick you up while you've got the choke, slam you on the concrete. Although the front headlock is a very effective technique to do in a confrontation, is to try to create some separation. Dropping your weight, turning your hip and trying to peel them off you, or at least lever them enough so you can be hitting with the heel of the hand, striking into the top of the cranium, hitting up into the cheekbone, okay, and then really striking. Of course, this is always going to be fast and dynamic. The person isn't going to stay there like Nick is and allow me to strike. What he's going to do is let go or drive into me. If he lets go, then happy days, bang, bang. I can either strike or break and disengage and create separation and more distance between us. Or if he charges at me, I have to be able to control the space. People grab you generally to stop you from hitting them. Nick throws a punch and then I hit. In the tussle of it, he grabs hold of my arm, bang, and tries to stop me from hitting him. Always drop your weight and keep yourself heavy. The risk is that they're grabbing you, and if you're hitting them, that they start hitting you back. Bang. If he hits me with this hand, he's essentially let go. Bang, 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 bang. And that's what I wanted in the first place. I wanted him to let go. So this isn't ever going to be my risk. That's the risk. If I lift the shoulder, drop my chin and turn it, he doesn't get a straight line straight to my jaw or my chin. He basically can only skim off the top of my shoulder and hit the top of my head. If he grabs me, I drop my weight, and if he's throwing a punch, I roll and I cover. And that's when the strikes to the temple, to the elbow, to the chest, to what's open becomes available, because he creates a situation where he's holding this and he exposes this. If I'm covering and lifting, bang, 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 cover, turn, elbow, these are the targets that are available because he's holding this arm. Hopefully that's been of use to you.